Welcome to the Big E Outdoor Radio Show with your hosts, Big E and Brandon of Big E TV. Found nationally on your favorite outdoor television channels. Big E Outdoor Radio challenges all the hot topics in the outdoors, from racing to hunting and even grilling in the backyard. Our mission is to educate on the facts of the impact of the outdoors on all our lives and encourage good stewardship and good fellowship among our ranks. Follow Big E Outdoors on Facebook at Big E Outdoors and Big E Outdoor Radio. Send us feedback and get in on conversations with us. Fasten your seatbelts, because this ain't your daddy's morning show. We'll be right back with Big E and Brandon in the morning on Big E Outdoor Radio. Big E Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Big E Outdoors professional hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Big E Outdoors destinations. Big E Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic. Check us out online at BigEOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Big E Outdoors at Cedar Creek. Good morning and welcome to Big E Outdoor Radio. This is Patrick here, and covering for a little bit here this morning while Brandon is getting in. And I want to remind folks that are listening out there that we are planning to take you folks down south, someplace warm, because the cold weather is coming now. And we want to get you down south, and we want to do some hog hunting. And Big E Outdoors is setting up some trips. We're going to do 2 of them here, hopefully this winter. Maybe one in January, one in February sometime, or sometime around there. And take a group of folks each time down to Georgia to do some hog hunting. Now, we will pack up the freezers. We'll take them along with us, and while we're down there, of course, the game cleaning is included, so we'll skin the hogs out for you. We'll cut them in half and bring them back in halves with your, we'll put a tag on them to mark them so that we know whose is whose. And when we get them back here, you can take them to whatever butcher you like, whether it be Geis Meats up in Merrill or Country Fresh Meats out here in Wausau. Get yourself some barbecue and some stuff made. And I had a couple of folks that actually came into the Big E Outdoor Museum and headquarters here this week and asked me about this because they'd heard it on our show. And of course I told them, yeah, this will be quite a bit of meat coming back. These trips will cost roughly, they're going to cost you about $500 a day. While we're down there. The trip down there and back, there'll be a little bit of cost to that, but it's going to be about $1,000, somewhere around there, $1,200 total. And you can shoot as many hogs as you want while you're there. And this will include your meals and your lodging, and it will be a great time. The guys down there at Gum Log Plantation, excuse me, they do a fantastic job of cooking, putting out a great spread for you. The lodging's fantastic. There are hogs everywhere, folks. I can't explain it to you enough. If you've never been down south and you've never seen this kind of thing before, you have no idea what you're getting into. The people in the south don't even know what deer damage is. You know, around here, how the farmers will end up with deer damage in the fields. They don't even know what deer damage is down there. Down there, everything is hog damage. And you'd have to see it to believe it. We took some people down there in June, and we went hog hunting. And while we were driving around the fields to drop off the hunters, put them in their stands, we actually were seeing herds of these hogs coming out of there. And like 10, 15, 20 of them at a time running out, sows with piglets and medium-sized hogs coming out of there. They were just pouring out of these fields. And after we got everyone set, I went with the outfitter himself, and we took a ride around the field, and we were looking into this cornfield. It was about a 600-700 acre cornfield. It was several cornfields with circular irrigation systems kind of all put together. And we went around it. And there were spots in this cornfield that were as big as the parking lot down here at the Cedar Creek Mall. As big as this parking lot. Next time you're down here, take a look at the size of this parking lot, folks. That were leveled, where the corn was completely leveled. It looked like some kind of a spaceship or something had landed in there and flattened the corn. And the rest of the corn standing around it was 6 foot tall or taller, just beautiful, lush corn. And where these hogs had been, they had completely mowed it down. It just demolished it and destroyed the corn crop. And they were going around this field, and we're talking multiple spots like this all the way around the edge of the field. And they said that by the time it got time to harvest the corn, that they would have the entire edge of the cornfield about 100 yards in completely ruined, if not more. Can you imagine having that kind of damage to your crops every single year by these hogs? And there's really nothing that they can do. They trap them, they shoot them, they hunt them, they do everything they can. And that's why we can go down there and have such a great hunt. They're going to put us up in these lodges, cook great meals for us, and we can shoot all the hogs we want. Now, if you're looking for a trophy hog, of course you want to go for the big one. But if you're down there looking for some great meat, then I'd suggest shooting the medium-sized hogs. I like to shoot the hogs that are about 100, 125 pounds. Those are great eaters. You can get some good meat off them. It's good and tender. And they're not very old, and that's kind of hogs you want to eat right there. Stay under 200 pounds, and you're going to get yourself some good meat. I had folks ask me, what does this wild hog taste like? Well, I'll tell you, it tastes like pork, pretty much. There is no difference, really, that you're going to run into other than the fact that it is a little bit more lean. You're not going to have all that fat that you get on regular pork. And if you have bacon made, you're not going to have as fatty a bacon. And that's the good part about it. But otherwise, folks, this is some great meat. And, if you think about what it would cost you to go get a hog and get one butchered up here, and now think about the enjoyment that you can get out of it by paying a little bit of money, getting on a bus with us, or not a bus, but a big RV or something like that, and heading to the south, and we'll go down there, and shooting yourself several of these things, and coming back with them, the halves frozen, and then taking it in and having it done up here. You cannot buy pork this cheap and then have this kind of fun on top of it. So if you're looking for a great time, head on down here, Big E Outdoors, and check out our museum anyway, because that's going to be opening up here the second week of January. We are going to be open for you to come on down. Bring kids down here. Bring your family down here. It will be very educational. We've got animals from around the world. Several animals. It's going to blow your mind when you get down here. You can walk in. First thing you're going to see is a great big giraffe mount. We've got everything from giraffes and zebras to wolves and coyotes and elk and bobcat, lynx, you name it. We've got it in here. And you can learn a lot about these animals and learn about why they're hunted and the benefits of hunting them, the good that it does nature by having them hunted and controlled in each area, and the benefits of the hunters' dollars and on the conservation efforts in each one of their geographies. So come on down. Check out Big E Outdoor Museum. Spend some time in there. It's definitely worth coming and seeing. Very affordable way to spend your afternoon, especially on a rainy day or a nice cold day. And while you're down here, you talk to us a little bit about hooking up with us on one of these affordable hog hunts. We're going to be doing several hunts like this, charter hunts out of this area. We're doing some exotic hunts down in the Iowa area. We'll be doing some hog hunts in the south. We might even hook up some folks and go down to a gator hunt in Florida. But this is definitely the headquarters. If you're looking to go, team up with some guys, do a nice group hunt, make some new friends, and have a great time, get on down here at Big E Outdoors and the Big E Outdoor Museum, and we'll definitely get you signed up, and you will have a great time. And get some good hunting in, get some new trophies, and get some new meat in the freezer. Some stuff that you probably haven't tried before. I'll tell you what, especially after a deer season like we just had, where we find out that there just aren't that many deer out there and not that much to shoot at. Think about the money that you spend on deer season. Now, come on out with us and bring plenty of bullets and come on down there and we'll do a bunch of hog hunting and bring you back a bunch of meat and get you some plenty of shooting. It'll be definitely worth the trip. So come visit us down here at Big E Outdoors, and we'll take you out there. We're at the Cedar Creek Mall. You got to check this place out anyway. It is completely remodeled. We are getting some new locations in here. You're seeing some new life, people walking around. The parking lot seems to be full out here every day. Because of the things that are happening here. And there's more stores to come. I've seen some store owners that have been checking things out, looking at space. And it definitely is coming to life down here. The look is nice. They did a great job on the remodeling project. Next year, the interior of the walkway is going to get some remodeling, and you definitely got to get down here and see this. So, hopefully, you've had a good and safe holiday by the time you're listening to this, and everybody had a great Christmas. And we got to remember that New Year's is coming up. Remember to use the Safe Ride programs, folks. Get yourself a designated driver and stay away from the drinking and driving. We don't need any more casualties. Last year, I believe that in Wausau, there were no DUI arrests. And that would be great if we could keep it that way again for this year and keep everybody safe. No fatalities, no accidents, no DUI arrests in Wausau and Marathon County. It'd even be better, and it'd be really great if we could do it in all of central Wisconsin or the entire state. That'd be fantastic. So use your designated drivers and have a great and safe New Year's and a safe holiday while you're out there. From Big E Outdoors, we want to make sure that we get to see you down here at the museum. So we will take a quick break on that note, and Brandon and I will both be back right after a couple of quick messages from our great sponsors. And make sure while you're out there looking for some great deals after the new year, you check out our new sponsors. Thanks a lot, and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Big E Outdoor Radio. And we got through the first segment there without you, Brandon, but I'm glad that you made her in here now.
Yep, so, made her in.
Yeah, I was talking and telling folks about the hog hunting trips that we're going to plan for this winter, and talking about how nice it is to be able to go and do an inexpensive hunt, come back with a lot of meat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And it was funny because this week, while we were in here getting the museum ready, we had a couple people that actually came in here because they heard us talking on the radio about the hunts and about the hydrographics and other things, and they wanted to know about how much it would cost to go down there and hunt. And I said, it's probably going to run for each person about $1,000 or $1,200 because I'm figuring, how many days we'll be down there, something like that. And he said, well, will that include all the meals and lodging? And I said, definitely. And will it include the skinning? And I said, definitely. We'll skin them and have them, hang them in the walk-in cooler down there, then put them in the freezer that we're going to take with us, bring them back. And he said, man, you can't really go buy pork and then have fun like that for that kind of money.
It's really inexpensive, and who doesn't?
Because it's unlimited. I mean, you shoot as many as you want.
And who doesn't want to get out of town this time of year, especially if we're, being in Wisconsin. I know it's the most mild winter I can remember in a while.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. But who doesn't want to get away this time of year? There's nothing else to really hunt right now. And for that price, you can get away, go have some fun, fill your freezer up.
And we'll throw you a father-son special if you want to come down here and you want to go and so you want to take your son along. that's under 18 years old and you want to do something special with them, you want to do a father-son deal like that,
father-son, father-daughter.
Father-daughter, right? Grandfather-son, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Take a youth along with you.
Yeah.
We can do a husband-wife.
Yeah.
It don't even have to be your wife. You know, it might be somebody you'd like to be your wife. Or somebody you wish was your wife. It depends, you know. I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
New Year's, the resolutions are coming out. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make a resolution to start it over, and I'll just leave it at that. But you know.
Speaking of resolutions, do you have a resolution this year?
No.
No.
My resolution is to be the same a-hole that I've been for all my life.
Oh, man.
It's just me. I'm not changing. So.
All right.
Yeah, that's my resolution. There's nothing changing, pretty much. It's going to be the same thing. See, that way I don't have to worry about letting anybody down.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed that way. Nobody else will be.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to make a resolution to gain about 10 pounds.
Huh. Well, what if you don't hit it?
Oh, trust me. I'll figure out a way. Or I'll make a resolution to not lose any weight. How's that? Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, these people come up with all these resolutions, quit smoking, do all that kind of stuff, and they never do it.
Yeah.
Get on Facebook and tell us if you really set a great resolution and met it. I'd like to know what people's resolutions were. What you gave up, what you did. Big E Outdoors on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, or Big E Outdoor Radio, and tell us what you might have set as a New Year's resolution in the past and actually accomplished.
Mm-hmm. I've had resolutions.
You might want to private message us that, because this could get kind of gray area here.
I had a resolution last year that lasted like a couple of months.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that?
I tried to quit chewing again last year.
Yeah, I noticed you're doing it again.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long.
No.
What, are you going to stop when your teeth fall out?
Oh, yeah.
Well
I'm
swallow whole now, I see.
Jeez. Yeah. I'm going to attempt to quit again this year. I'm trying to wean myself down a little bit right now. But
so you're a wiener.
Yeah, I guess so. You can call me that, yeah.
So anyway, we're planning on setting up some of these trips. I think it'd be great. You know, if we got, half a dozen father-son groups or half a dozen, buddy groups or whatever to go with us, and we went down there. We had an awesome hog hunting trip. We filmed the whole trip. It'd be kind of cool, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'd have a good time while we were down there. Shoot us up some pork. Come on back. And hey, I guarantee you're going to get more shooting down there than you did during deer season this year.
Oh yeah.
There's one thing for sure: there are plenty of hogs in the South, in Georgia and Alabama, and where we're going down there. Now there are plenty of pigs down there. So it's not like you're out here hunting in whitetail and sitting there for all weekend and see one deer or none. So
yeah.
But at least it wasn't a cold year this year for people sitting out there. It was a decent year.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was.
I was talking to Dave over at Dave's Wildlife Taxidermy over here by Brokaw, and he told me that he's got quite a few more buck heads in there than he had last year, but he said most of it's due to bow hunting.
Yeah.
He said it was a good bow hunting year, and he said they did have, a fair amount during the gun season, but he said the bow hunting season was good. And this year has been a good year for bucks.
And there's still people getting good bucks with bows right now.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Bear Hunter Joe, I was talking to him at work.
Good old Bear Hunter Joe.
Bear Hunter Joe, yeah. He got one with his crossbow here beginning of last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, beginning or end of last week, I can't remember. But yeah, last week he got one, and he's probably a good 160 class buck.
And anytime you get a 150 or 160 inch deer in the wild in Wisconsin, that's a good deer. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people talking about 180 and 200 inches, and I'm telling you, people, that just doesn't. It's not realistic to be expecting to get that a lot. Those are once in a lifetime deer in the wild.
Yep. And he told me something too. He got it while he was sitting in the afternoon before going into work. And he wasn't sure about the shot. He thought the deer had even though he was using a crossbow, he said the deer had jumped the string a little bit.
Really?
He said he wasn't sure about the shot, about 38-yard shot. And he seen where it ran off the field, and he left it go. He left it lay.
Uh-huh.
And his brother went in there the next morning for him and found it right as Joe was getting off of work.
Yeah.
And found it for him. It was laying in there about 60 yards into the woods from where the deer ran off the field. And he said that there was 2 beds in there. And if he had gone after it that night, who knows where that deer would have ended up, but they would have jumped it up. So it was good that he left it go, but it hit right where he thought that it had. And he said it was a good thing that he had left it lay, left it be overnight. And so there's another good story about, if you're not sure, folks, just leave it lay, back out and go back in there in the morning. You're going to have a better shot of recovering your animal. He was patient, and it paid off for him. He got a great buck, and that's all it takes sometimes. And I know it's hard when you take down a nice buck like that, or you think you did. You're better off to leave it go.
And you want to go chase it down right away.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, sometimes that could be the biggest mistake you can make, going in there right away, because if you jump it up and it was a bad shot, the adrenaline kicks into the deer and then gone.
Yeah.
And you're better off if you'd left it lay. You'd probably got up on it and got another shot anyhow. So that's
and it helped that it really cooled off that night too, because he said regardless if it was a warmer night, he said it probably would have died anyways, but he said it definitely helped that it cooled off and stiffened up.
Yep.
So
yep. Well, there's a couple more days left for the season yet this year.
Yeah.
So people can be out there and hopefully enjoying their Christmas and holiday break and get some deer hunting in, and I hope that we get a few more stories of some good bucks.
Yeah.
We share them with us, please, on Big E Outdoor Radio on Facebook page and our Big E Outdoor page on Facebook. We like to hear and see what you guys got out there.
Yeah. Hey, and bring your skulls in. Bring your skulls in and have them dipped. That makes a good Christmas present, even if it's late.
Yep, we're running a great special down here for the beetle clean and dipping. So we'll actually clean your skull and then dip it for you, and do the whole thing for $125.
Yeah, that's a really good deal.
You can't beat that anywhere.
A lot of times you'll pay almost that just to have it cleaned.
Right. So we're here now. We'll clean it and dip it for you. And we've had some folks that have been taking advantage of that, Brandon. They've been bringing their animals in, bringing their deer in.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about cleaning. Just cut the head off and bring us the head. Throw it in the freezer. Tell us what pattern you want. We got well over 1,000 different patterns to choose from. Just about anything you can think of. I had a girl come in here and she told me she wanted some kind of a snow pattern and she wanted barbed wire on it, which is like 2 different patterns.
Yeah.
However,
it can be done.
It can be done because we're going to dip it and then airbrush the barbed wire on. And we've got an excellent airbrusher that can help us out with that. And he's going to airbrush the barbed wire on, a couple strands going across. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind piece. Yeah. It's going to be amazing.
Now, I imagine it costs a little bit more to have the airbrushing done.
Going to do it all for the same price.
Really? Now, that's impressive.
You can imagine that.
Yeah.
So, it's this guy. I mean, the stuff is fantastic that comes out. And, when you get these unique pieces done, get something done that nobody's ever had done, we can take some photos of that. It's going to look good. Got another fellow that came in here this week. He wants to have his rims done on his wife's vehicle, and I hope she's listening because he told me not to tell you that once we dip the rims, we can actually dip all the interior of your vehicle the same way and make it all match.
Oh, that'll look neat.
Yeah, well, he didn't want her to know that.
Oh.
He just wanted to do the rims for her, but I would tell her. This segment of Big E Outdoors is brought to you by Snap Fitness of Wausau. It's time to get in shape, and Snap Fitness is the right place to do it. With 2 locations in Weston and Wausau, you're never far from a Snap Fitness. Open 24/7 for members with clean and well-maintained equipment. Check out their new location across from Fleet Farm on Wausau's north side with all new machines and equipment. Sign up for some classes or training. Pick up the supplements you need and take advantage of the monthly deals and sign-up specials they have going on now. The staff at Snap Fitness is waiting for you to assist you in any way they can. So head on down to Snap Fitness today and get signed up. we've got a guest caller on the line here. We're going to be going to him here right now. Rick, did you say you're with Fish Hound, or what is the name of your company again?
Lucky Tackle Box.
Lucky Tackle Box. Okay. And I guess I don't know a whole lot about it. I just got a little bit of an email and just kind of a very, very brief description of what you had. So I guess I would rather if you just kind of told us a little bit about exactly what you've got going on there.
Yeah, you got it. Thanks for having me. So Lucky Tackle Box is a monthly subscription box that delivers a box jam-packed full of new lures and baits to your door on the 10th of every single month. In addition to sending you the very best new lures on the market, we also can do videos on each one so that you can gain confidence with new baits, become a better angler, and hopefully catch more fish. We've got boxes that are specifically designed for bass. We've got panfish, inshore salt, fly fishing, walleye, trout and salmon, and we've even got one for ice fishing in the winter.
Oh, okay. So where are you out of, actually?
We're based out of Los Angeles, but I've got guys I've got guys all over the country. We work with all the major manufacturers, and they use our service to put new products directly into the hands of their customers.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that was my question: is if you're in California, how in the world do you know anything about ice fishing?
That's a very good question. This company, every single person in this company, is for the most part has been a lifelong angler. I grew up in Syracuse, New York, fishing on Oneida Lake, and when wintertime came, that's what we did. We ice fished, and when summer came, we're fishing for bass and walleye.
Well, that's pretty good. Usually, when we get callers or friends of ours coming from warmer climates, they don't have any idea what ice fishing is about. In fact, they're afraid to go with us out onto the ice. So.
Oh, are you kidding me? I would love to go. I went a couple years ago to the Brainerd Ice Festival. That was one of the greatest things ever. See that many people out on the ice at one time, amazing.
We actually get ice fishing tournaments around here that so many people get in one spot that the water starts to come up onto the ice. So you got to kind of spread out a little bit. So.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you want when you're out in the middle of the lake.
No. So now tell me, do when the people subscribe to this, obviously this is something that's kind of like the wine club or the wine of the month or something like that. They get involved in it and they get something every month then, right?
Yeah, think of it as like the Bacon of the Month Club, except for I'm going to send you brand new, brand name lures and baits from the top manufacturers. These are companies that are looking to put their product into the hands of their customers. Because let's face it, you can walk down the aisle at any big box store, and there's 100 crankbaits. So how does something new and unique stand out? It really doesn't. So what we do is we partner with all the brands. When they have a new product launch, they give it to us. We put it in the box. We tell everyone about it, what's new and unique. We give them all the materials that they need. And then we even include gift cards in the box so that if you like what you saw, you can go and purchase it when it's available, at an online retailer or at a big box store. It's the easiest way to learn about new baits, gain confidence, and, like I said, hopefully catch more fish.
It sounds like a pretty darn nice program. And then do they tell you what kind of fishing that they're interested in? Or do you just select something every month? They get something like everybody gets the trout stuff, or
no? So we do it a couple different ways. When you join, you pick. So if you're a bass fisherman, you go on and say, "I want the bass box." Or if you like to fish for crappie, you go pick the panfish box. So first things first, we're sending you a box specific to the type of species that you like.
Okay.
Then what we do is when we curate the boxes, we take seasonality and geography into effect, so that if it's the summertime, we're going to send you some topwater baits, but in the wintertime we're obviously not going to. So we really take a lot of time, effort, and put a lot of pride into the products that we put in, because we want to make sure that it's most applicable to A, the individual, and B, the time of year.
Oh, all right. So in other words, if I was just into muskie fishing, Like
Sure.
you could specialize it, or if I was just into walleye fishing, I guess that'd make it a little bit better. Then most of the stuff would be coming to me and would be geared more toward exactly what I like to fish.
Yeah, absolutely. And the best part about it is you can switch your box at any time. So maybe you try the bass box for a couple months, switch to the walleye, then go to the panfish in the winter, switch to the ice fishing box. The beauty of this thing is there's no contract, so you can cancel it at any time. There's no contract to sign. There's always free shipping. And if any of your listeners, want to try it for the first time, they can do it risk-free for $5. We give them the first month for $5. They use promo code SAVE10 at LuckyTackleBox.com when they check out. And if they like it, great. If they don't, call us up or just send us an email. We'll cancel it for you. No questions asked.
And how much does it cost a month to be part of this Lucky Tackle Box?
It starts at $15 a month.
$15 a month. And what?
$15 a month. The box is probably worth $30 retail.
Each month?
Each month.
Wow.
Every month we're going to get. Every month the box. The box. It all ranges. But if you were to say it's $28 as the average MSRP of the box, we're also going to give you a $5 gift card in every box. Sticker, videos on how to use each one, along with a magazine that reinforces everything that's in the box.
All right. And can you tell us any of the name brands that you're using, or not really? Or
Yeah. No, I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
Everything from Rattle Trap to Rapala to Livingston to Bomber to I don't know, Berkeley, Live Target, Lunker Hunt.
wow,
I mean, there really isn't a brand that's out there that I haven't worked with.
that's fantastic. Well, how long have you been working on this program? Is this something new, or you've been thinking about this for a while? Or?
Well, we've been thinking about it for a while, but we've been at it for a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
And on January 1st, we're going to add a few new boxes. We recently partnered with Umpqua Feather Merchants to create an exclusive fly fishing box that will go live on January 1st. And it's going to be a great box because these guys know fly fishing better than I ever could. And they're going to put in every single box there's going to be all new items in every single box every month for the next year.
Wow, that's great. Fly fishing is actually, it's almost a disease for the fishermen, just like whitetail hunting for the hunters is.
Absolutely. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah. I would imagine that for the people out there with a fishing destination, a fishing lodge or something like that this would be something for them to pass on to their clients and let them know about this, because it sounds to me like every fisherman should be part of this program.
Yeah, we've actually partnered with a lot of lodges. They leave it as whether it's a welcome gift or a going away gift. It's a nice little present that gives that added extra touch, and it gives them something that they can go home with and to remember that trip by. But yeah, it's been a great couple years, and we've been growing like crazy. And it used to be we had to convince these brands that it made sense to participate. Now they're knocking on our door saying, "How do we get our items in your box?" Because when you think about the way that marketing has changed,
sure,
every brand out there can take a full page ad in the newspaper, but it doesn't guarantee that one person tries the product. But if I buy the products from the brands and I say, "Hey, I'm gonna put 20,000 units of your brand new product in the hands of 20,000 fishermen," well, that goes a long way, because now those people have picked it up, touched it, thrown it, and they're throwing it the right way because we've given you a video from, it could be a video from Scott Martin, who's the Angler of the Year,
mm-hmm.
On here's specifically how to use this product, where to throw it, when to throw it, how to rig it, so that we set you up for success. And it's great for everyone from tournament anglers down to the guy who's just getting back into it because his child is now old enough and is like, "Daddy, I want to go fishing," and he just doesn't remember what to do because he hasn't fished in 10 years.
Right. Now, hopefully, what will happen is that they'll end up throwing that lure into the trees, and then they have to go buy another one.
Well, let's hope not, but thankfully we're going to give them a gift card if they got to go buy another one.
Well, yeah, that's the good marketing part of it all right there. So
yeah, absolutely.
it just, it really sounds good. It's too bad that somebody hasn't come out with something like this for the hunter, but I think that'd be a little bit more expensive than $15 a month.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be a little more difficult to put a box like that together.
Now, do you have a saltwater angler's box as well, or?
I do. I have an inshore saltwater box, and we try to mix it up because we realize there's a big difference between, West Coast and the Gulf and even, Florida.
Right.
As well as all the way up the coast. So we really try to mix those boxes up so that the baits that we put in there are applicable to all geographies. But, we make sure that there are some really great specific baits that are going to cater to the different geographies.
Huh. If you don't mind, just hang on for just a little bit here. We got to take a quick break, and then I'd like to come back and ask you a couple more questions. We'll be right back here with some more Big E Outdoor Radio. We'll be talking with Rick Patrick here with the Lucky Tackle Box. Hey, and welcome back to Big E Outdoor Radio, and we're talking with Rick Patrick here with the Lucky Tackle Box, and it sounds like they've got a great program. If you're a fisherman, this is something that you definitely got to get on. For $15 a month, you get the baits of the month, I guess, is the way it sounds. So let's get right back to him here. All right, you still there, Rick?
Sure am.
Okay. Hey, so one of the questions that I've got is, let's say as an outfitter or maybe, somebody that's listening wants to buy this as a gift for someone, how do they go about buying it as a gift, and then they're not going to be reoccurring build for it, or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the easiest way is you go to luckytacklebox.com, and right in the navigation, right in the main nav, there's an item called gifts. And you click that, and those are one-time purchases. So whether you want to purchase a 1, 3, 6, or 12-month subscription, it does not auto-renew. So you're not committing to anything that you don't want to.
Okay.
That easy.
So as an outfitter, and why I'm talking about this, because I know that I've got some outfitters and people that listen to this, and some of them are hunting outfitters, but our clientele also fish. So this is kind of one of those little holiday gifts. It's kind of not real expensive, but it's kind of a personal and nice gift. You could go on there, put their information in, purchase this gift for them for the first time, have it sent to them. And then from there, that client then, or that person that receives it, can choose to renew it and keep it going, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually worked with a number of outfitters where they've called me up and said, hey, we'd like you to send us 100 boxes, and we're just going to hand them out. And in exchange for, that type of commitment, to me, typically what I'll do for them is, because I'm sending out 20,000 boxes a month, I'll put a little, 4x6 card into every box to promote their business to 20,000 people. And it's just my way of thanking them for choosing us as as their gift of choice, or their token of appreciation of choice. And I'll work with them to promote their business because, our social media reach, we've got over 1.25 million Facebook fans. My Instagram reach across all my pages probably exceeds 2 million. So we've got a really big network, and I use that network to support my, obviously our business and grow our business, but also to support the people that support us, our partners, whom without, their support, we wouldn't be where we are today. So.
Wow, that's the more you listen to it. So again, the place to go is luckytacklebox.com.
Absolutely. Go to luckytacklebox.com, and for all your listeners, you want to try it out for the very first time for just $5. When you check out, use promo code SAVE10, save in the number 10, no space, and you can try it for just $5. No commitments, you can cancel anytime, free shipping. And see for yourself if it's everything that I'm telling you that it's cracked up to be.
That sounds really good. Now, you said that it started at $15 a month. So do you have bigger packages?
I do. I have some bigger boxes. It ranges from $15 to $23.95 a month, depending on the type of box. And the reason for that is, when you get into bigger baits, whether it's for salt or for walleye, to put together the value that we want, to give to our subscribers sometimes costs a little bit more than it does to put together, say, a box for pan fishermen. You know, because the average cost of a bait for a pan fisherman is maybe $1, or it could be less than $1. Whereas, you know, you get into the bigger baits for walleye and some of your bigger species, it just costs more. And for us to put together, you know, a solid box, you know, requires a couple extra bucks.
Well, there's quite a difference in price between a musky jig and an ice fishing jig. I know that. So.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
Now, have you ever fished for muskie?
I have. So my family has a lake house on Chautauqua Lake in western New York, and so every summer we go there and we do a fair bit of fishing.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So you've gotten around the country and fished for, sounds to me like just about everything. I
have, and I'm getting ready. You know, I'm fortunate enough that because I'm in the industry, I'm always being invited places. So when you know, I'm going to go to the Bassmaster Classic in Tulsa, Oklahoma this year, and I'll probably do some fishing a couple days before and a couple days after, and you know, catch up with some old industry friends.
Well, for this kind of money, there's no sense risking your arm noodling. You might as well just get the lucky tackle box and get your bait and go on out there. And I mean, I'm sure you got some catfish baits and things. What's your favorite fish to go for, by the way?
I'll be honest. I had the opportunity to fish on a TV show down in the Baja Peninsula from Mexico. And I caught a 91-pound rooster fish.
Oh, wow.
And that thing's, it's, you know, you're using light tackle, and it spooled me 3 times and took quite a long time to get in. That was an amazing opportunity, because it's not like, you know, you're fishing for a marlin where you're just trolling and, okay, it's your turn, you go reel it in. This is, you know, I'm using lightweight tackle and bait, and I'm fishing in clear water, and when these things strike, it gives you a fight like nothing I've ever seen before.
Right.
So I'd have to say a rooster fish was just amazing.
I've never actually fished for a rooster fish, so it sounds like I'm going to have to go try that.
I recommend it highly.
Yeah. Now, I was not too far from you. I don't know how you feel about this, but I actually was down there, and I bow fished for a mako shark down there in the California area. And,
nice.
Yeah, and that was quite a thrill for me. So I can tell you.
I've never been bow fishing.
No. I was actually in the Huntington Beach area, and I will tell you that the weather in California actually amazed me. It was absolutely beautiful down there.
Well, you pay for it, let me tell you that.
It seemed like it, yeah. Even the bottle of water was a little bit more expensive down there, but it was beautiful, that's for sure.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah. Now, how about inland fishing? When you're fishing inland, I mean, do you do catfishing, or I guess what's your most common fish that you do when you're in freshwater?
Well, I'll be honest, in terms of, you know, a box subscription, or in terms of what I like to fish for.
Well, I guess what's the most common box that's going out there? Let's start with that.
Yeah, no question, bass is the most popular box.
Bass.
Easily, you know, 10 to 1.
Biggest sport fish I think there is. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of the number of subscribers that we have, you know, we've had a lot of requests for catfish, but the interesting thing is it's tough to put together a catfish box because it seems like there just aren't, the variety just isn't there in terms of the type of baits.
Right.
That I could put together month after month. You know, it's something that we're gonna consider, and something that we've been looking at. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for the new walleye box that just comes out on January 1st, because we've had a ton of requests for it, and we had to work for about 3 months to try and get, you know, the top manufacturers on board to get them to, you know, agree to put their new products in our box. And we wanted to make sure we had that in place before we launched. So, yeah, I'm super excited for that. Well,
you know, I can tell you that walleye fishing is really big up this neck of the woods, and there are some big walleye that get caught on the Great Lakes, as you might know. So,
absolutely,
I'm sure that will be a close second to bass fishing real soon.
Yes, no question.
Well, I guess once again, just go ahead and give everybody your website. Tell them how to go about getting your product, and if there's anything else that you'd like to run by us, please go ahead and do it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. You know, if any of your listeners out there are looking to receive a box full of the best brand name baits every single month, along with videos on how to use them, they can try it risk-free for just $5 when they go to LuckyTackleBox.com. Use promo code SAVE10 at checkout, and see for yourself if it's what I'm telling you that it is. Because you know you're going to receive for that $5, we're going to send you 5 to 6 baits worth close to $30, a $5 gift card to Tackle Warehouse, a magazine, stickers, and probably a few bonus items. It's risk-free, and like I said, free shipping, and you can cancel anytime at LuckyTackleBox.com.
Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it, and we will definitely keep reminding our listeners about it because it's probably one of the greatest products that I've heard about in a long time. I think it's a great gift idea.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Happy holidays.
Same to you. You guys take care and stay warm out there.
All right, thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you're looking for a great gift idea, the Lucky Tackle Box, go on to LuckyTackleBox.com. Make sure you put in your SAVE10, save and the number 10. You get it for $5. You can't go wrong. $5, get yourself about $30 worth of brand new tackle. Just tell them what you want to fish for. If it's bass, ice fishing, walleye, sounds to me like they got a great thing going there. And boy, I tell you what, if you're a fisherman, it doesn't sound like you can go wrong. So again, check them out, LuckyTackleBox.com, and we'll be right back with some more Big E Outdoor Radio right after these messages.